apparently this couple right here.
And I'm taking accountability for that. I was dead ass in the wrong, and I should never put my hands on Shagani. Ever.
I have to take accountability as much as she has to take accountability, because abuse is abuse. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she might have did it physically, but I did it verbally. And yes, we both want to get help. We both want to go, and we both want to.
I never seen them a day in my life, but I'm starting to see them down my TikTok because they got to a fight on live and a stud beat up the girlfriend. So basically, she justifying basically putting her hands on this girl, saying she abuses me physically, but I abuse her verbally. Like, what? If y'all peep, she kind of paused because she knows she sounded dumb as fuck. And I heard this ain't the first time this stud that did this on live. My thing is, bro, and I make videos like this all the time, ain't shit justifying you putting your hands on her, bro. You right? Stud beater. A film beater. I don't think it's okay. I'm gonna say it all the time. The stud mad because we telling her she a woman beater. You was still a film beater. Like, girl, let's normalize when you reach the point in your relationship where y'all start putting y'all hands on each other and y'all start beating each other up and shit, let it go. I ain't gonna lie, I've been there. And I've been in a relationship where we study hanging on, but we just study beating up each other. Just let it go. It's over with. Oh, we gonna go get help. We gonna go to counseling. Just let it go. It's millions of other people out here. Let it go. Everybody don't come in your life forever. Some people come in your life for a reason, and that's it. And I don't know how to let it go.
This couple right here.
This is abuse. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she might have did it physically, but I did it verbally. And yes, we both want to get help.
They were fighting on live. I can't find any clips of it, and I'm not gonna really look for any clips of it, but they were just fighting on live, and it had got physical. And one on the left touching one on the right because the one on the right was having a slick mouth or whatever. So now she's like defending it and saying, oh, well, y'all know how slick my mouth can get, so I don't blame her for hitting me. But they don't want to leave each other. Then this other couple, girl, I don't know what's going on, but all the lesbians fighting right now. Like, chill, man. Make it to December. Pajama face.
Lord knows, we did not want to have to do a video about this shit.
We really just wanted it to blow over.
We wanted the whole thing to blow over. But now we see that there are multiple people out here pushing a narrative that they know nothing about. This girl has never, ever punched me on my face. She's never punched me on my body. She's never punched me on my legs. She's never punched me ever. She's never slapped me. Never, ever slapped me. The most that has ever been done is pushing me around. The most that has ever been done is pushing me around. The most that has ever been done is pushing me around.
Right. But not justifying, like, I should never, like, push her or even put any type of physical hands on her. Like, bro, I just react, and I shouldn't have reacted that way. And I take accountability. I should never do no shit like that, especially for the person that I love.
Yes, and I'm not gonna fully just let her take accountability for that argument. The whole thing started because I was talking out the side of my neck, calling her bitches and hoes and all this type of stuff. Yes, I was drunk, and that does not excuse it. But I started that argument. We'll never, ever sit here and let her take all the blame from y'all, from our relationship. That would just mean that I'm manipulative. That would just mean that I'm gaslighting, and I'm not the type.
So we have another TikTok couple on the chopping block list. Retrograde is not playing with a lot of these social media couples, influencers, celebrities, regular, smegular, degular people like ourselves. Retrograde is not playing. So if you are going through a breakup right now, or you are watching this and you can relate to this in some sort of way, understand you are not alone. Retrograde is here, and retrograde is not playing with a lot of us. So before we get into a lot of things, my name is BTaylortv. Welcome to my channel where you're going to get different and unique perspectives on trending hot topics. So this TikTok couple name is Shakana and Abin, but you know me. If I get the name wrong, y'all just go ahead and comment below in the comment section and correct your girl. I try. All right, so apparently this StudBeater, fem beater, whatever you want to call her. I'm calling her StudBeater, but apparently she's a femme beater because she is the stud. Put her paws on her girlfriend because her girlfriend had a slick mouth. And she felt like because her girlfriend had a slick mouth, that excused her to actually physically put her hands on her, and they were quote unquote drunk and got online and exposed themselves. I mean, like I said, this is exposing season for a lot of people. Maybe some people are even exposing themselves. I am not new to this subject. So I saw this come across my TikTok For You page, and I was like, all right, let me get my perspective because, you know, your girl dipped and dived into that little community too. So I got a little bit of experience, okay? And clearly this relationship is very, very toxic. And now they're making excuses for one another, excusing both of their behaviors. They're in protection mode, trying to protect this union from the internet because they expose themselves to be toxic. A lot of women, of their followers looked up to them, thought they were cute, thought they were like couple goals. There's not a lot of healthy lesbian relationships online. So when you find that one TikTok couple or that one social media couple, a lot of people like to gravitate to them. A lot of people gravitate towards a couple that they see themselves in, or may be reflective to the relationship that they may be going through. So if you do follow this couple, you may want to ask yourself, why did you not see some of the signs in this video?
Bro,
What?
are you okay?
Yeah.
Why are you smacking like that? Shekinah, why are you smacking like you ain't got no home training?
Hey, okay, so in Korea, I'm able to do this. This some American ass shit.
Shekinah, you don't get your ass.
And make the food taste better.
Smacking?
Yeah, just try it.
Shekinah, you don't get your ass out of here with all that shit. I'm trying to eat so I can go back to work. You're doing too much. All this damn smacking. Shit. Look what you did. Now my fork in there. Fuck. Go give me another fork. Shit.
Now, there was a comment that was left underneath this video, and I scrolled through the comments and no one said anything in particular, but now there was a comment that was saying this now hits different. This hits different now because this couple got recently exposed where the more masculine one put her hands on the other one. You know, the other one was disrespecting her, calling her out her name. And before we take a deep dive into their actual relationship, I just want to say again, these social media relationships, most people who are happy, actually thriving in their relationships are not online. I'm telling you that from experience. I'm telling you that from, I'm telling you firsthand from experience, and I'm telling you just from my observation and just being a content creator myself. Most people who value certain things, they don't put their family or, their relationship online to expose, because once you put your relationship online, you have to meet an expectation to the collective. You are putting your relationship out there. You're selling your relationship as couple goals, and you're going to have to live up to that expectations. And when you let your audience down after selling them a dream that you guys are this fun, cute couple, like that people can look up to and, enjoy their content, it's actually really toxic behind closed doors. Now you feeling like you have to explain to the world why you and your partner are so toxic to one another. So going into this couple, Shekinah and Abin, like I said, if I'm getting their name wrong, please correct me below. I don't know if you're familiar with this couple. I'm not really familiar with them. But I will say that the domestic violence rate in lesbian relationships are really high, and I can see why. And after maybe experiencing my own, I think women just have like a more comfortable way of talking to each other that they wouldn't talk to a man about. The way they're comfortable putting their hands on one another is because it's less of a threat to them. They feel like, well, she's less threatening. I have a more percentage and a more chance of putting my hands on my girlfriend because I could yell at her and scream at her and do things to her. And it's not going to be as threatening as if a man is to do it because we're mostly on the same playing field, or she's less threatening. And that is just so hypocritical for anybody to excuse that, because regardless, if a man was yelling and hitting and putting his hands on a woman, it's inexcusable. So it should be inexcusable on both ways, whether you're in a heterosexual relationship, lesbian relationship, male gay relationship. It doesn't matter. No one should be putting their hands on no one. No one should be yelling and cursing and calling each other out of their name and disrespecting each other. That's not healthy. And for these two to say the things that they're saying, like, well, we know that we need help and we're going to get the help together, and they're like not married or obligated to do that. Like, first of all, healing is a solo journey, and you cannot possibly heal when you two need to do the inner work. You don't need to jump and go to the next person. You both need to understand that if I'm in a toxic relationship, the best thing that I can do is take some self-accountability and say, what about me has attracted this relationship? What is it about this person that I'm attracted to? And what part did I play in also being toxic? What part did I play? Where can I take accountability in the part that I played and work on myself and do the inner work, get the help, get the counseling, get the, just take a self back and just create self-awareness, because a lot of people lack self-awareness and they don't understand that you can't just blame one other person for why the relationship failed. So I kind of just looked up some symptoms of emotional outbursts, because that's what it seemed like these two experienced. And this is not probably the first time that she has put her hands on her, because when they were in the car speaking, she clearly was saying, oh, she's never punched me. So she's making excuses to say that, oh, she's never actually like punched me, like hurt me too bad. All she did was push me. And so that makes it okay. Like, no, you guys, it doesn't matter if somebody is verbally saying something. That doesn't give you a right to like put your hands on that person or do any type of body language that is threatening to another person or get violent and hit other objects or anything like that. It's inexcusable. It doesn't matter what the other person is saying. If you feel like you're getting to that point and you're violent like that, not only do you need to walk away from that relationship, but you need to go get the help and the resources that you need to fix those inner anger issues and those anger problems. You cannot blame other people. It doesn't matter what another person says. It doesn't matter how much they feel like you're quote unquote pushing them. You don't put your hands on them, or you don't act out in a violent way. You go get the help that you need, and you need to go sit down and ask yourself why you're so violent. Okay. And get those resources. So it seems like they both had like an emotional outburst. And some potential causes of emotional outbursts include stress or pressure, reactions to medication, traumatic brain injury, anxiety disorders, psychotic disorders, post-traumatic stress disorder, intermittent explosive disorder, attention deficiency, hyperactivity disorder, autism spectrum disorder, oppositional defiant disorder. And here are some techniques that the internet has given. Running ice water over your hands, close your eyes, tap your chest, count backwards from 100, repeat a positive affirmations, mantras, or favorite saying, meditate on your body, starting at your toes, moving up to your head. You can also try to practice self-awareness, identify triggers, and employ coping strategies like deep breathing, talking to a therapist, labeling your emotions as they arise can also help you better understand and identify them. For example, you can say to to yourself, I'm feeling angry right now, or I'm feeling sad. So that is creating self-awareness. It's understanding that you do have triggers and you need to address your triggers. It is not up to other people to cater to your triggers. It's up to you how to handle your triggers as a freaking adult, okay? So getting back to this couple, they're both making excuses for each other, and they're both saying that they want to work this out together, and they're forcing it, being together while they're both being so toxic to the point where they're putting hands on each other. And this is just called straight up trauma bonding. Like I said, healing is a solo journey. The only person that you're supposed to master is yourself. So if you find yourself in a toxic relationship and you guys want to work it out, the best thing you could do is just separate from each other and actually do the inner work and focus on self, not by jumping here, and there, but actually focusing on yourself and doing the work that needs to be done. Because like I said, nobody's responsible for your triggers. You can say that she called you a B word. She called you the H word. You know, she cursed you out. She said this about your mama, or she said this about your daddy, and that triggered you. When you find yourself being triggered, you need to also have self-awareness of, why am I being triggered right now? And if this is a toxic environment, then I need to pull myself away from it and do the work myself and separate myself from this situation. For sure, like I in myself have tried to work things out and walk on eggshells because I don't want to trigger this person. Like, you should never be in a relationship where you feel like you have to walk on eggshells because of other people triggers. Like, their triggers is not your responsibility. And at the end of the day, just some people are just not compatible with each other, and that's okay too. But by forcing a relationship and forcing it because you put in time and effort and all these other things, just shows how toxic you are as well. Because why are you holding on to this person? Why are you trying to manipulate this person? Why are you trying to control this person and make them something that they're not? And obviously these two have some issues, and a lot of people, I'm not even going to just say in the LGBTQ community. I mean, heterosexual, straight, it doesn't matter. Being with a woman is not any better unless you want to be with a woman. If you're trying to escape a violent situation or escape certain things that men do versus women do, that's not the case. Like, if you like women, then okay, cool. If you like men, okay, cool. But toxic is toxic. It has nothing to do with gender. It has everything to do with this person not being able to regulate their own emotions and being toxic. And if you're finding yourself in a toxic relationship, then you need to sit down and evaluate, why do you keep attracting or why you keep tolerating toxic relationships? And one of the other things is you can't heal while you're living in hell. So if you're under the same roof as this person and there's some animosity and y'all are living together and you're trying to do the healing, you can't heal for another person. You can only do the inner work that you can do. Your only responsibility is yourself. So if you're living with somebody who put their hands on you or cursing you out every day and you're not able to escape that situation, it's going to be really hard for you to really do the real work and heal while living under the same roof as this person. Because after you get off the phone with your therapist and you walk inside the house, you're still dealing with that same toxic partner. And that's not going to really help you in your healing journey, because you're going to feel like you're breathing underwater. You're going to feel like you're not really doing the work that you need to do because you're constantly being triggered every day when you walk in the door. So yes, it is good to do the healing while you make your plan and your exit plan to leave that relationship, because these two do live together, but they need to be strategizing how they're going to separate themselves. But at the same time, when you make your relationship all on social media and all about social media, it's really hard to separate, because your relationship is now a business. And once you bring your relationship to the internet and market it where it is profitable and you guys are making money and this is what you do for a living, not only are you forcing this relationship to work, but you're also forcing it to work because it's something that brings you income, and it's basically a business that you two have grown together. And part of that business is making that business look good. So now that the business brand has been tainted, now they're trying to clean up their business. And that's really, really hard to do in the public eye, especially when it comes down to domestic violence. Domestic violence should be taken serious, regardless if it's a woman and a woman, or a man and a woman, or a woman hitting a man, or a man hitting a woman. Either way, it is very, very, very serious, and it should not be taken lightly. And like I said before, I've done commentary on these social media couples where they're being toxic online and people just think it's so cute, or when their partner is easily yelling and agitated with the other person and people are like, oh my God, I can so relate. If you can relate to that, then maybe there is something. This is just showing you that you also need to address some things within yourself, because it's not healthy to yell at your partner or get easily agitated or respond in the way that she was responding to her smacking. I mean, even if she was smacking, it's like, for her to react that way was just unnecessary. There's a certain way that you talk to your partner. There's a certain way that you talk to your man or woman or whoever. There's just a certain amount of respect that you need to give. And if you're with somebody and they're not being respectful to you, or they're yelling at you, cursing at you, calling you out of your name, or putting hands on you, they do not respect you. And the best thing to do is to walk away from that situation instead of trying to hold on. And like I said, retrograde is not playing with us. It is not coming to play with a lot of these couples. So if you're not addressing your issues that you have, and they're going to come to the forefront, they're going to come to the surface. And so I want to read you guys the Hood Healer. I follow her on a lot of things that she says. And she said, public breakups are a theme. It's time to be free of all that binds you. The full moon in Aquarius ushers forward a cosmic reckoning and divine realignment. Karmic order will be restored. Nothing forced can exist. I'm going to read that again. Nothing forced can exist. Nothing unauthentic can happily coexist. A fierce pre-declaration of independence will be a theme. Get free. Whatever and whomever needs to be moved will be moved out of the way. The righteous are rising and the healers are in power. The time is now, and you are being called to get in realignment. And if you are with somebody who has gotten you out of order and not bringing you inner peace, because you really don't know how much you think you want this relationship, or you think you want to have this person into your life. Like, every person that's been removed out of my life, I have gotten to finally understand why. And I feel so much peace and happiness and understanding, like, wow, like, sometimes you have certain people around you that block your blessings. You have so many blessings waiting on you, so much abundance, so much money, so much opportunities waiting. But this negative energy and this person is blocking all of those, because they're not only blocking your abundance and your blessings, but they also could be blocking your opportunities and your healing journey. So anytime you go through a transformation like that, you should really be sitting down, having a lot of self-reflection. And for myself, like, I've taken a couple of months from the internet to just really self-reflect and really gather myself and ground myself and understand myself. And that's the best thing that you can do, because right now we are all being called to our power, and we're all being called to address our trauma, and we're all being called to address our toxic ways. We're all being called to really just address the things about ourselves and stop pointing the finger at everybody else, because 3 fingers are pointing back at you. So every time you want to judge other people and look at other people as flawed, because we're all flawed, anytime you want to demonize anybody else, you got 3 fingers pointing back at you. And I realized, like, the only person that I can address is myself. The only person that I can take accountability for is myself. And that is really just actually doing the work. And you don't owe nobody an explanation for that. I don't like how they're online trying to explain themselves, because I realize the more you explain yourself online, the more people are going to misunderstand you. People are going to choose their sides. People are going to think what they want to think. The best thing that these two could do in this moment is, yes, make your public apology and apologize to the fans and letting them down, but also get off of line. But like I said, when you make your relationship a brand, it's really hard to do, because that's your bread and butter and that's where your money is. So I don't know. Best of luck to these two, but it seems like a lot of people, retrograde is pulling a lot of things out, and you're going to keep seeing this theme of breakups and public breakups and public outings and all these other things, because retrograde is not here to play. And you cannot hide any longer, and you are being called to heal. And if you keep running from yourself and you keep running from your healing, it's going to catch up to you regardless of who you are with. So I don't know, guys. Let me know your thoughts and your comments below. What do you think about this relationship? Have your favorite influencer couple broke up? Like, what do you think about all of that's being exposed, or all these couples that are getting divorced? Like, what are y'all thoughts below? Meet me in the comment section for further discussion. Bye.